AJ, what was working so well for you tonight over those 6 innings of work?
Definitely my slider. My slider was working really well. Changeup was pretty good, but my slider was probably the best it's been in a while. So yeah, definitely my slider.
How many times did you kind of play in the role that you were playing in now at Jacksonville State, where you had a opener of sorts ahead of you?
I don't think I ever had that at JSU. I either closed the game or started the game. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun to do.
Feel like you've settled in at this point. Maybe what's the key to settling into that type of role?
Just getting focusing on your process, trying to make really good pitches. Yeah.
Is the mindset for that a little bit different? I mean, obviously it is different, but starting to coming in, third or fourth inning, maybe getting a feel for the game, settling down the bullpen. I mean, is the mindset different?
For me, nothing. The mindset's not different at all. It's just the hour and a half, 2 hours before the game. But no, the mindset's still the same thing.
Do you have more confidence or more comfort in yourself coming in a relief type of position than when you were starting?
It's kind of the same thing right now because I'm still kind of throwing the same amount of innings, so it's really the same thing, same aspect. So not really.
But I don't know when it was in the game, maybe 5 or so years ago, people started talking a lot more about spin rates with pitchers. And is that something when did you become aware of that? Because you're a guy who spins it at a really high level. Mm-hmm. Is that something you're like, oh, cool, I do that really well? Or is that something that you're aiming for and trying to do?
I think I became aware of it maybe my freshman year, probably my freshman year. When I learned my slider spins like it does. But no, I don't really I just try to throw it as hard as I can and try to locate it, try to create the movement. But I don't try to make it spin. I don't know how you would do that. I'm not that good, but yeah.
You don't have a pitching library there, right?
Were you surprised last week? I know tonight's not, but last week you were called on so early in the game.
A little. I was surprised a little.
How big is it for Stamus to be able to go into the third inning to be able to set you up?
Oh, it's awesome because it saves pitching. So obviously it's just me and Stamos tonight. So we save Steed, Combs, Kirby, all those great arms. So yeah.
What was your reaction when you saw Tony coming out to get you? Wasn't going to let you face that last ball.
I wasn't the happiest with it, but obviously you get Dallas his first SEC appearance. I understand it. So yeah, obviously I want to finish the game and compete and all that. But yeah, I understand it.
She didn't try to have a discussion with him or anything? Come on, man.
The only thing is when B comes out, he's already made the decision. I should ask him. Can I talk to you? Is that up for debate? But yeah.
What can that moment do for Dallas? I'm sure the ball was hit harder than he would like, but just a positive result in that moment. What can that do for him?
I think it's huge. Just knowing you already got your first SEC appearance under your belt. You're 1 for 1 in your SEC. I think it's huge for confidence. Kind of settles it down a little bit.
How happy are you to be with this team and not pitching to this Tennessee lineup?
Really happy. Glad the fall and spring part is over with.
When you're facing a lineup like that, and you had to face it, I'm guessing, quite a bit in the fall and camp and stuff. I mean, how much, especially in a game, how much pressure would that put on a pitcher to, have to try to be perfect, to try to, not make mistakes at all?
It definitely puts some pressure on him, especially, because you don't really get a break. I was listening to the commentary one time, and they're like, yeah, you don't really get a break with this lineup. And that's so true. Because, you got Simo, then Bert, then Billy, then KT, it's crazy. So, you really don't get a break at all. You don't just get, okay, I'm just going to throw this fastball, right down the middle. You can't really do that.